Welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I am working on 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, series number 12. Today I am working on day number 16, and I am combining it with the Rainbow Magic Hop that is also put on by Crazy Craft Obsessions. There will be links for both hops in the description box below my video. I do want to give you a warning that this video is going to go live earlier than Rainbow Magic because of the time difference between here in the US and Sydney time. Rainbow Magic goes live at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 5 a.m. in Sydney. So just let that be something that you're aware of. So let's talk about the sketch that I'm going to be using. This sketch was created by Debbie Norton Barton, and this is a fun single photo sketch. And for the bingo card, which I seem to have misplaced on my desktop for now, I will be marking off the monochromatic block because this layout is going to be all about the blues. So for Rainbow Magic, there's a color chosen for us each month, and for the month of June, it is blue. And so I have pulled out all the blue. I am going to be using 49 & Market's Vintage Artistry Serenity collection. This is a gorgeous collection, and it's kind of my favorite because it's named after my big sister. So I know that my sister Serenity is probably watching this video and rolling her eyes. It's okay. So I also pulled out the film strips in Mariner, and for Rainbow Magic we are allowed to use neutrals, so I'm a little unconcerned by the touches of craft and gray black in it, but I chose this photo of myself and all of these beautiful embellishments for this collection, and I am going to just start cutting away and creating. So let's get started.
So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to fussy cut this long floral leafy border from the side of this piece of pattern paper, and I'm going to use that on my actual base. So my goal of using this pattern paper is to waste as little as possible of this collection, and so I will cut this piece down, and then I will use part of it to mat my photo as well. I'm not being real precise with this border. I'm just kind of trying to get it out of the 12 by 12 section, and I'll snip it up a little bit here as well. I'm going to distress bits and pieces of this border that I fussy cut out, so to me it wasn't important to be super detailed about how I fussy cut it. So I was having a little bit of trouble in the different little grooves of the piece that I fussy cut with the Tim Holtz distressor. So you're going to see me switch back and forth between the Tim Holtz distressor and that nail file. So I'm also going to distress the edges of my photo. I've had a couple people tell me that every time they see me do this, they either hold their breath because they think I'm crazy and that I'm going to ruin a photo, or they think it's brilliant and they've never seen anybody do this before. I don't know if it's brilliant. It could be crazy, but I actually like the look of distressing my photos, so I tend to do that quite often. So I'm going to adhere this border to the left side of my background paper, and then I'm going to take the other piece of this pattern paper that I cut it from, and I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to use it for a mat for my photo. Now on the side that I fussy cut, it had some really pretty butterflies, and I'm making sure that I save those for another layout, and I'm just going to set that aside, and I'm only going to use 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 of it to mat my photo. The rest of it I save and I tuck back into the collection packaging. So I'm also going to distress this photo mat as well. So my photo is kind of a weird size. It is one that I ordered from a Groove book, and they were just weirdly sized. Sometimes they were size 4 by 6, sometimes they were larger. Anyway, so I went ahead and I trimmed it down so that it would fit on my photo mat, and now I'm going to adhere the photo down to the background. And you're going to kind of see that I'm going my own direction with this sketch. I'm not doing torn paper, but I am keeping her cluster bases and her title where she had put it on the layout. Another thing that I'm doing is she had 2 small photos on her sketch, and I'm going to remove those completely and use like a little ticket base instead. It's about the same size as the photos, but that's what I'm going to do instead. So as you can tell, none of this product has been previously opened, and so I am opening and digging through it right here on camera, and you're just kind of seeing me play with it. I haven't played with it yet, and I don't really know what I'm going to use from it. I had some ideas, but there were a couple of pieces that I saw in the packaging that I knew I wanted out, such as this ticket here that I'm distressing. But for the most part, you're just seeing me dig through it because I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to pull from it. As you can see, I have 2 packages of the chipboard sets, so I'm only opening one of those, but I'm going to get them out of my way so that I can work on my layout and also dig through it a little bit easier in my little tray that I have off to the right hand side of my camera. So as I dig through the chipboard, I'm finding little pieces with phrases and butterflies and some leaves, and I'm just kind of layering them up on to my background around my photo. I'm also going to build a base for my title up there at the top, and that is why I have pulled that Mariner film strip up there and added a butterfly to it. I just want a little bit of embellishment up there near my title. I'm going to use the word treasure, and that word will be linked to my journaling, which is going to go underneath my photo on these labels that you see me setting out. And as I'm digging through this little package of ephemera, I'm finding other pieces that I would rather use. So I pulled off that chipboard butterfly that I had on the right hand side, and I'm going to switch it out for that piece of ephemera so that I can use some foam dots and pop up those wings. So I really have to say that these laser cut dies that you can get with these collections are probably my favorite, and they're just so pretty. And so I'm going to pull a couple of those as well to put into my embellishment clusters. So I stopped the camera long enough so that I could glue everything down, and now I'm going to add some splatters. I'm using my prized ribbon oxide, distress oxide first. And you know, before I open, I'm like, oh, this color may not work right, but I like the way it looks in the bottle, and so I'm just going to try it. I mean, I guess if I ruin it, I start from scratch. But I really do like this shade of blue sprinkles on this layout. I'm also going to use my Uncharted Mariner and some white linen from Delusions splatters on here as well.
Alright, so what I did off camera is I glued everything down, and I want to point out that in the sketch she had two tiny photos tucked in an embellishment cluster, and instead of using tiny photos, I chose to use ephemera and still have the same type of design there. I also didn't do a lot of paper tearing. Actually, I did no paper tearing. I fussy cut, as you saw at the beginning of the video, this long piece, and I just layered everything. I put my journaling down here on matching labels, and popped my title up on foam tape as well as this phrase, glued everything down, and then I did some different colors of splatters. So I want to thank you for coming to my channel today. I really appreciate all of the love, comments, likes, and subscribes I'm getting from everybody. I am very close to reaching 500 subscribers, and that is exciting to me. And that is all because of you who come to my channel and watch. Make sure that you check out my description box below for the hops that this layout is for, so that you can see what everybody else is doing. There is a collaborative playlist for the 30 days of sketches, and then there will be an actual list of creators for the Rainbow Magic hop. You have a great rest of your day. Bye.